Insecurity is literally killing everything in your life. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing another Let's Chat episode. This is another topic that I actually feel very passionate on, and it is insecurity is an illness. What I mean by that is that insecurity will kill everything in your life. Your relationships, your self-esteem is already dead, so I mean, I guess it can't really kill that, but you know what I mean? It literally will destroy everything in your life. Insecurity and lack of confidence is something that a lot of people do experience at least once in their life, and I'm not necessarily saying that you have to be confident 100% of the time. Yes, there are going to be things that you're going to do that you're going to be like, oh, I don't know if I really can do that, but that fear, that belief that you can't do it, the more that you believe it, that scared me so bad. The more that you believe that you can't do something, the more likely that you're not going to be able to do something. My dad actually used to say this all the time, and it was the people that are, because we lived in Washington, so if any of you know anything about Washington, it is snowy and rainy, and obviously not 100% of the year, but it was a main thing that we had to deal with. And my dad would always be like, the people that are so afraid of getting in an accident in the snow are the people that are going to cause an accident in the snow. There were people that were way too cautious to the point that they were like going really, really slow, and you know what I mean, like those people that were so afraid, it's, you know, it's bound to happen. There's nothing wrong with being cautious. You should be cautious. You should be like, okay, maybe I could play it this way instead of that way. But you was sitting here thinking, I can't do this, I can't do that, or oh, I'm not good enough for them, or oh, I'm not good enough for this job. It will make sure that that happens if you keep believing it. And truth be told, I've believed that for a while. In some of my relationships that I've been in, I've been like, I'm not a good enough person for you, like I'm not, even though I was great, but it was just an insecurity in myself. And so I would have to say goodbye to somebody that I really cared for because I believed that I wasn't good enough. That illness of insecurity caused me to let go of things that I actually enjoyed, things that I actually wanted to still do. Another example is like in fifth grade through 6th grade, I was in dance. I loved it. It brought out like a confidence in me, you know, and it was just so, I loved to dance. And then I got older and I quit dance because I was like, I'm never gonna do this professionally. Why do I need to do it, you know? So basically I made myself believe that I wasn't going to get to that point. And that's the thing, is that I didn't even really want to get to that point, if I'm being 100% honest. I just wanted to do something that I loved, and that fear of I'm gonna be cut because I'm not, like, I have the passion, I have the confidence, but I don't have the skill in that way, you know what I mean? It's like I had the skill that they would teach me and I would get better and better and better, but I wasn't like amazing, you know? And I was like, okay, well, I guess that I might as well quit before they cut me. I wanted to use that example because I feel like in a lot of these videos, relationships are like very easy to bring up, but what about things that you had passion for, that you wanted to do, you know? It's like, hello. But you know, like these little things that you have passion for and stuff that you talk yourself down from, that you talk yourself out of, or even like job promotions, and you're like, oh, I'm not even gonna try because I know I'm not gonna get it. You are literally getting in your own way, and if you keep getting in your own way, you're literally never gonna get anything that you want. You need to be okay with failure, but you also need to be okay with yourself enough to know that, hey, if I happen to not get this promotion, or this relationship doesn't work out, or this activity doesn't work out, this hobby of mine, this whatever, if you know in your mind that maybe this won't work out, I hope it does, but if it doesn't, then it doesn't work out. And yeah, that sucks, and it will take some getting over, obviously. However, at least you didn't cut your wings before you even got to try to fly, you know? And you, like I said, so many people get in their own way every time. It's like, how did you know that someone was going to say that or do that or not pick you? How did you know that? Did you ask them? No? Okay, so then how do you know that that's going to happen? Like I said, you keep getting in your own way, and I think the thing about that is that a lot of people know that they're getting in their own way. They're like, geez, I wanted that. I really, really wanted that, and I got in my own way. A lot of people realize it and know about it. Even before they end things, they know about it. They know that they're doing it, but they just like can't stop doing it. It's like it's like you kind of want to be a failure at that point if you're gonna keep just throwing your hands in the air and being like, well, whatever. That insecurity is an illness, and one of the main ways that I can relate this is in relationships, friendships. I said I've sat there and I've been like, I'm not good enough for you because of my mental health struggles or whatever. And I knew I was a great person because I am very nice, I'm very smart, I've done really well in school, I have goals, I have aspirations, you know, I constantly have things going on. You know, there's a lot of good to me, but I think I just didn't appreciate it before or like really realize it. I don't know what's going on with my hair, by the way, so please ignore. You know what I mean? Like, I just kind of was like, I'm not good enough for you or whatever. And I'm just like, okay, but if I really wanted that, I should at least try. In life, there are many things that you're going to want, that you're going to sit here and be like, I want this. I really, really want this. And it won't matter how much you want it, because sometimes life just doesn't work out that way. But you need to be okay with things not working out. You should always have a backup plan in case it doesn't work out. Hello. You should always have a backup plan in case things don't work out, but you shouldn't sit there and think it's not going to work out. You should be like, well, in case this doesn't work out, this will be my plan. But I really hope it does, you know? Like, you should always go for it. And I think what caught me specifically, and I think it captures a lot of people too, is that I put so much work into this for nothing. It was not for nothing. Your growth is measurable from this. You try really hard for a job and you're like, oh, I really, really want this promotion or whatever. You might not be ready for it yet. Yeah, it's good to try at least, because maybe you'll get it or maybe you won't. And if you don't get it, it wasn't for nothing. It wasn't. You got to learn what you could work on more, what it takes to really be in that position. You could learn. My point is that there's always growth that will happen. You are always growing, unless you're not. And if you're not growing, then you're doing something wrong. And you know, it's just like, I always used to say that too. I used to be like, I tried so hard for nothing. Bless you. And now that I'm older, I'm just like, all that trying wasn't for nothing. Unless I make it for nothing. If, like, I worked really, really hard in school, and I did very, very good in school on my exams. She's trying to play with my straw. Hi. And she doesn't want attention from me at all until I start filming. It's kind of silly. Anyway, like I said, I worked very, very hard in school. I was terrified of a C, and all my friends would be like, well, it's still passing. I'd sit there and cry because I got a C. And that's just the person that I am. Some people are like, well, at least I passed. And I'm just like, no, I need to do great. I am great, so I need to show that. Anyway, all those years of working really hard in school, doing really well in school, if I just let that go. Okay, I'm gonna use an example, and I hope that none of you guys like take it the wrong way. I'm actually not even gonna talk about like who it is in relation to me, okay? This person in my life, she did really, really good in school. She had straight A's for all 4 years. She did amazing. And instead of going to college or applying for a scholarship or something or different funds, there are always options. So please don't think that you can't go to school or a trade or whatever because you can't afford it. There are always options, okay? Discuss those options with someone who's actually educated on that sort of stuff, because you don't just put your goals behind you because you don't have the financial. Where did my bracelet go? I lost my bracelet somewhere. Anyway, but like I said, just don't let that be the determining factor in if you go to school or not, please, because there are so many brilliant kids out there that just don't have the money to be able to go to college. There are so many options. Please talk to somebody about it. But she still works at a fast food place that she's worked at for 3 years, and she has no aspiration to go to any form of school or anything. And I'm just like, you were so smart, you easily could have gotten a scholarship. Okay? But my point is that just don't let you get in the way of your successes. You are really great. You should go for what you want. I had, and kind of still have, an intense fear of failure, specifically failing my parents. That was always like a big deal to me. I think it was just because of my sibling situation. I was kind of pushed to the back because she always needed more help with things than I did, so I wanted to be the no problem child, which I actually have an episode on if you guys want to go check that out as well. Honestly, I think it was one of my favorite episodes because I got really intense. I had that fear of failure, and so I would just sit there and be like, well, if I keep going with this, I'm gonna fail anyway, so I might as well not even do it, because then I would have more things to show that I failed. And the thing is about failure is that you learn from failure, or you should be. Some people take it the wrong way and decide, oh, I failed because I'm never gonna do that again. No, you should you should keep getting up. Wait, what? That sounds so wrong. Keep getting up. Yeah, you should keep getting up and trying and trying and trying, because every time that you just sit there and accept defeat and you accept the failure, you're teaching yourself that you are a failure. That's what you're teaching yourself every time. If you just accept the failure as it is, and just be like, all right, well, I guess I'm not good at this, then you're gonna become a failure. It's just kind of how it is. It's like, if you keep practicing something, I even said that, I think I said this in one of my other videos, I don't recall, but anyway, there was this lady and she said, stop asking people their opinions on what you should do with your life for a situation. And I was like, well, sometimes you need an outside opinion, you know? And then she goes, the more you ask people what you should do with your life in your situation with a problem, the more you are making yourself not trust yourself. You are building that within you, that you will never be able to ask yourself what you should do in a situation if you keep going to other people asking. I was like, oh my goodness, you're right, because I actually did that with, like, I had questions about school, like there were a few things that I needed, and now every time that I had an issue I would call my cousin or my mom, and I was just like, I can't keep doing that, because then I'm gonna be like not trusting myself to make the decisions, or to be able to be like, oh yeah, that sounds right, or no, that sounds wrong, like, oh, I shouldn't do that, or whatever. It's building that within you. Whatever you keep teaching yourself is what you're going to learn. Be someone that keeps getting up again every single time that you fail or fall down, or you can sit here and just accept defeat and become literally nothing. It's up to you. It really is. Anyway, let me give a rundown of this whole topic. Insecurity is an illness. It is, because if you sit here and say that you're not good enough for something or someone, it's gonna leave, and all those things that you love are going to leave your life, whether that be a hobby, a person, a thing. It's like, if you keep sitting here believing that you're not good enough, you're not good enough. And I believed it for a very long time. I always believed that I was not good enough. I believed that I was never going to be enough for everybody or anything, or even for myself. And then I was like, but I am great. I had to recognize the areas of my life that I'm really good in, and recognize the areas of my life that I wanted to get better in. And so now I'm constantly changing, constantly evolving, constantly doing the things to make myself change and to be the best person that I can be to others and to myself. And it's like, I've had a lot of failures. I've had a lot of things fall apart that I really wanted to keep, but then I look at it and I'm like, maybe those things didn't work out because God or Mother Nature or whatever you believe in had the universe. I personally always say the universe, but the universe has its own way of setting you up on the right path for you. And I always trust that I will be okay. I always trust that everything will be okay. I trust that I am on the right path, but I also, it's kind of like, I also kind of relate it to like Tiana from Princess and the Frog, where like, I forget the exact wording that she used, but she was like, a shooting star can only take you part of the way. And you can wish and pray and whatever it is that you do over and over and over for something, but if you're not going to put in the work for it, it's not going to mean anything. Like those people that like really want a grand life but then sit here and do absolutely nothing. I'm like, what? You want that, but you're going to just sit here and succumb to nothing? To that? And the thing is that confidence is something really hard to have, to gain. And I think that my confidence has really came in knowing that I am good with myself. My relationship with myself, the moment that you flip from worrying about how your relationships are with others to how your relationship is with yourself, everything else will follow. Truly. My relationship with myself went from horrible to actually pretty great, and I take very good care of myself. I do everything that I need to do for me and for my life, for my future, for everything, and I also have really good relationships with people. And it's like I said, if you're good to yourself and you have a good relationship with yourself, everything will follow. Those relationships that you used to be like, well, I'm not good enough for you, you'll be like, I'm really great. And if you realize that, great, and then we can work on this together and we both can be great together. Or they don't realize that and you can go be great on your own. It's like you have nothing to lose if you have a good relationship with yourself, and that really is the key. And unfortunately not enough people realize it. So anyway, the way that I really got over all of that, like I said, the way I really got out of that mindset was building a better relationship with myself. And honestly, I got to like learn a lot more about me and who I really wanted to be. And I calmed down a lot, I think. Like I used to be like total hardhead, total angry. And then I just realized like I don't need to worry about all that stuff. Obviously I have opinions and I have thoughts about everything, but the more, it's like pick your battles. If you're gonna sit here and keep getting angry over every little thing, you're gonna be miserable. I was, and now I'm absolutely great. And yeah, like I said, I do have opinions, and there are things that I'm like, really? Or there are things that make me mad or whatever, but I can either get mad at everything and be a miserable person, or I can be like, well, that sucks, but guess what, I'm still alive and I'm still okay, and everything's going to still be okay in the end. So anyway, I feel like I've rambled for quite a little bit now. I love you guys so much, and I hope that you guys learned something. I feel like I say that in every video. Like I said, be confident, build a relationship with yourself, and that is not saying to just give up on your relationships with other people, but it is saying to prioritize yourself for a little bit. Be like, maybe I need to work on this, or I should do this. Some things that really helped me was journaling, talking to other people on what like they think I could work on, and spending a little bit of time alone. Like not having, I had like a weird thing for a second, and like not spending time alone, because I'm very much a thinker. Some people, I realized, sit there and don't think about anything. I'm like, really? Because my mind doesn't even want to shut off ever. And so, you know, anyway, but I spent a lot of time alone and really got to learn who I wanted to be, and learned things that could make me be a better person, to myself, to others, to everything. And yeah, I don't know, just it's really hard to just be like, be confident, be good with yourself, because it doesn't work that way. It doesn't. It's a whole process, man, and you really gotta figure it out on your own, unfortunately. I'm closing out this video with my main points, like I always do. Insecurity is an illness. Be good with yourself. Have a good relationship with yourself, because the relationship with you matters so much, because people will always be in and out of your life. Always. But if you're good with yourself, you really have nothing to lose. 3, don't be selfish, but be confident. There is a big difference there. 4, prioritize yourself, but don't be selfish. Like I said, there's a big difference there. And believe that you can do anything. Believe it. The more that you just sit here and say that you can't do it, the more you're gonna believe it. So say, I can do anything if I really tried. Because if you believe that and you say that to yourself, it'll happen. You will get anything that you want. You will be everything that you want to be. And yeah, and don't settle. Don't settle just because you're like, I don't know if I'm good enough to go forward. No, you are. You just are lazy and make yourself believe that you're not good enough. So anyway, like I said, I love you guys so much, and I hope that you guys learned something from this video. Like I said, this is a topic that I am very passionate on because I feel like I've become better in myself and, you know, with everything this past year. And I feel like I've really grown, and I've really become someone that I wanted to be. And I feel like it's very important for me to share that with other people, because sometimes people won't realize things on their own. Sometimes they need to watch a video or a podcast or hear someone else say it and be like, you're right, or hear it from a different perspective, you know? So anyway, I'm done rambling. I've officially talked myself crazy. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and I hope that you guys have a great night, great evening, great morning, whatever, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know. I say this in every Let's Chat video, but let me know if you guys have like a specific topic that you want me to talk on. I know some people have asked about relationships and stuff in the past, and I'm like, I feel like I kind of touch on that in like every video, so I don't know, just leave a recommendation if you want me to do something. Anyway, I love you guys. Bye.